Hi fans of high quality entertainment. On this channel I'm going to be ranking and reviewing all of Paul's albums in individual videos, and on my Canadian Studmuffin channel I'm doing the same thing with the Beach Boys. So I hope you're subscribed to both of my channels. Thank you. And we're starting out with his first real solo album, McCartney, from 1970. And also for my rankings for both of these series, I'm going to switch back to out of 10. So 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 will be a masterpiece. 9 out of 10 will be an excellent album. 8 out of 10 is very good. 7 out of 10 is good. 6 out of 10 is decent. And then 5 out of 10 or below is mixed to bad, where it really sucks. And one little thing to show you before I start the review. I just got a Beatles plate for rubber sole. Pretty cool, eh? It cost me $20, but I didn't complain. As it smashes on the floor. So, my memories of this album coming out in 1970, one of my brothers bought it, but I was able to hear it. And it was kind of surprising. Besides, Maybe I'm Amazed, which sounded as great as almost any Beatles song, the rest of the album was, like I said, kind of a shock almost, similar in a way to John's Plastic Ono Band. Both, in a way, Plastic Ono Band and McCartney are, in a way, they're a little similar in a way, although of course John's is more emotional, aggressive. It's like John, right? And Paul's is the same. It's more sparse production than Abbey Road for either of the albums. But Paul is a more mellow kind of a guy, so it's a bit more mellow than Plastic Ono Band. But they're both, like I said, kind of, they're going back to the basics, I guess, for both albums with minimal production. And of course with Paul, on this album, he played all of the instruments. Linda McCartney did some background vocals. I don't think she played anything at that point. And so, when it first came out, like I said, it was kind of surprising that it wasn't anything like Abbey Road or any other Beatles album. But I liked it, and through the years, I've grown to really, really love the album. Like, through the 70s, had it on vinyl, and then CD and all that, and then when the archive edition came out of this, I bought it. There's a nice little booklet. I won't show too much of this. Get to the review. But at this time, Paul was, he was pretty depressed about the Beatles' breakup and drinking a bit too much. But at some point he started recording, and one of the things about the album is the lyrics. There's not really much to the lyrics for a lot of the songs, like for instance, Every Night. But he's starting his solo career, and I think it's a great way to start it. Here's another picture. So I know this album very, very well, but because I'm doing this review, I played it, I think, 4 or 5 times in the last week. Loving it. So it starts with a 42-second song, The Lovely Linda. And even though it's so short, it is so catchy because Paul writes great melodies. Then That Would Be Something. There's some instrumentals. Valentine Day, Every Night is a great song. Hot as Sunglasses. I would say when I was younger, yeah, side 2 with Ooh You and Mama Miss America and Teddy Boy. I wouldn't say I hated the songs, but I disliked them for quite a few years probably, until I slowly warmed up to them, and now I absolutely love them. Especially Teddy Boy. Teddy Boy was probably one of my least favorite Paul McCartney's solo songs, but I love it now. And even the final song, Kreen-Akrore, however you pronounce that. I know some Beatles fans don't like that song, but even when I was younger, I loved it. I thought it was I loved the experimental nature of Paul, even though I was just 58, 12 years old. So I think it is and it's also a very influential album for, recording at home. Not that Paul was the first, I don't think he was. But it sounds great, some great songs. And like I said, I love side 2 with Ooh You and Mama Miss America. What a great instrumental that is. And Paul plays the drums. He's not a great drummer, but he's a good drummer. And it's just an excellent album. So in my ratings, I was kind of struggling with this. I love this album so much. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. But with 10 being a masterpiece, I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's just a really excellent album. So for me, and you might disagree, just remember we all have different opinions on music. I give McCartney a 9 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of his first solo album and what would you give it out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video, leave a comment below, and please make sure you're subscribed to both of my channels. Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye. And I'll be back in a few days. Probably won't take that long because I know Ram really well. But still, I'm going to listen to it 2 or 3 more times. So, bye.